What's that?
Ruh-roh.
What song was
I'm
that?
still a sucker for cornrows and manicure toes.
Oh, okay. It took me a second to get to where you were getting at. I didn't know. I couldn't tell what you were singing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Yeah, good
back
morning.
to a
Boys
brand
and girls of the world.
No.
We are here. He said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the world.
There are no children allowed to listen
to
this
entertain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If your kid is listening to this, stop, please.
Yeah.
Don't listen anymore.
Bro, we talking about the same kids that play GTA, that watch.
Yeah, but like, all right. It's like if there's a 16-year-old watching this and he thinks we're funny, it's like, all right, cool. Shout out to you, bro. But we can't have like kids in this bitch, like just going like, no, bro. It's especially Devin.
I didn't do shit yet, dude. What are you talking
and you be
about?
bringing up Jalen Kitna every episode. And
no, that's
and it's
his
like,
fault. That's not
Hey,
mine.
he got off.
No,
he got off.
First of all, we're not praising him for that.
He did get off.
He got two.
Hey,
he got off for his felony charges.
What did you?
Are my jokes gonna slide today?
He has 2 child pornography misdemeanor charges.
He doesn't have to register.
Can we talk about this? There should be no such thing as a child porn misdemeanor.
No, I didn't realize that was a thing.
It should just be like
child corn, like CORN.
Bro,
well, I don't think you can.
The real word.
I don't think you can say that word on YouTube. I don't think you can. But like there should
separate
be,
from each other.
It's kind of like if it was like bape. If bape was like a misdemeanor, like misdemeanor bape, like what is that? You know? Like, is that a thing? No. Like, what is misdemeanor? What is misdemeanor?
Different types. Well, actual grading. No.
Yeah, there's not like a misdemeanor charge for that. At least I don't think. But no, yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not a lawyer's. Thank God.
Jalen Kitna getting off. Still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm definitely not praising you for that.
I don't know why he's involved in this podcast already.
You know,
this is like a not funny sense of talking about Jalen Kitna.
But you know, it's not. But we had to kick it off some way, so we kicked it off.
That's fair.
Like that. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got NBA, NFL, some off the record shit, and we don't have a bracket today. We got some trivia. We got this trivia game. I'm explaining the rules later. We got we gonna talk about that later, and then we got obviously
24.
We got some word of Weddle. But
we're doing it.
We are, because it made it last episode, so word of Weddle is good. It was running smooth. We can start with some NBA just because there's not many NBA topics, and we can run some word of Weddle after because of the time. So, jumping right into it, I wanted to talk to y'all. Now, this was a move that was made definitely before Brandon, you were on the podcast. So, first of all, I want to know, how do you feel about DeJounte Murray?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's wrong.
How do you feel about DeJounte Murray on the Hawks? Like, how do you feel about that trade?
Trade?
Like how when he got traded to the Hawks.
Oh, from the Spurs?
Oh, I mean, I fucked with it.
Okay. I feel like, I don't. To be honest with you, I want to say I was against it on the podcast. I don't know how deep we went into it. I like DeJounte Murray. I didn't really like the DeJounte Trae Young matchup. Just because.
Sure.
I don't know. I just feel like it's.
I mean, they're two like ball dominant point guards.
Yeah, and it's like
have the ball.
It's like I don't know much about DeJounte Murray defensively, but we know Trae Young is a defensive liability. So
for sure. He's what, 6'1"?
No, 5'11".
Yeah, I was gonna say, with his shoes off, I don't know.
He's shorter than me, man.
He's short, but
he's listed at 6'1".
DeJounte Murray.
He's smaller than me.
DeJounte Murray gets extended. Like I said, I like the player.
5 years.
I like the player. I don't really like the lineup because, to be honest with you, one of the main players I fucked with on that team, and I know maybe he had a fall off.
He's getting traded
statistically wise, but John Collins, shit. I thought he was pretty raw, but
Yeah.
to be
They
honest
just,
with you,
they don't know how to use him, bro.
and where is he? Where is he now? In fucking
I
is
forgot. I know he
Utah?
left.
Who?
John Collins.
Yeah, John Collins. I know he left. He
I
got
believe
traded.
I want to say Utah is where he got traded to. Which is, I mean, middle of fucking nowhere.
Hold on, but I think they've been making moves. I haven't really looked at their team, but I think they've been making moves.
Yeah, he's in Utah.
We can get
So I
Utah's
into.
gotta
not
see.
bad.
I gotta see everybody who they've been
I'm about
picking
to
up.
say
Bro.
we can over the weekend look at Utah and talk about Utah Monday because I'm not too sure about Utah at all. But DeJounte Murray gets an extension. Like I said, I like that player. I like him as a player. I like that he's getting an extension that he deserves. But I just don't really think that this Hawks team's gonna go that far.
You think Trae Young's gonna move?
I think Trae Young is gonna score a lot of points, but at the end of the day, not be the leader of a championship team.
No, you think they're gonna trade him?
No. It's gonna be Trae Young and DeJounte next season. I feel like that's gonna be the duo we're gonna be talking about when it comes to Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, Clint Capella's still raw as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know if raw as fuck is the word.
He does his job. He
It's
gets you
just-
rebounds and he protects the paint.
It's just I think Trae Young's always gonna be a fun player to watch. I think it's gonna be he's gonna be exciting, especially like that year he made all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like it was cool. It was exciting. But let's be real. I don't really think we were like, oh shit, Atlanta's got something. It was cool. Like it was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, like shit, Atlanta had a little run. That shit was cool. Like we were sitting here like, damn, like no, Miami's actually nice. They're not an 8 seed, and like I guarantee you, Atlanta definitely was an 8 seed that year, and we were like scoffing at them making the Eastern Conference Finals
Yeah.
But say Atlanta fucking beat us in the first game of the play-ins.
that year.
Nah, this
Or
I thought at first I thought you were talking about this year.
oh
but
yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. DeJounte Murray, like I said, I like him as a player, but I wish he was somewhere that I feel like could just a team that he could just go
Boston.
further.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at that point, you're like either gonna get signed DeJounte and get rid of Jaylen Brown because you're not gonna be able to sign all three of them. You're not gonna be able to sign Jaylen, Tatum, and DeJounte.
Yeah, he's not
That's
getting.
why Boston stopped pursuing. Dame.
I'm guessing he stayed because this is probably going to be the place that would give him the most money. If he wanted to go to a better team, he would have had to take a pay cut, especially in Boston because they're maxing out both of those dudes.
But are y'all?
I mean, they were thinking about not maxing out Brown if they had the choice of getting Dame, but since Dame and his agent have expressed that they want to go nowhere but the Heat, they stopped and they're gonna try to work things out with Jaylen.
But so do y'all? I mean, y'all are trading Jaylen Brown for Dame, right?
Yeah,
Like 10 times out of 10.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Okay. I'm just making sure
Bro,
because
Boston lost because of Jaylen Brown.
No.
well,
Boston
Get that
lost.
mess out of here.
Boston lost and go back and watch what the Miami Heat players said. They were forcing him to dribble left because they know he cannot dribble left.
I will say when the ball was in Jaylen Brown's hands, especially when he was the floor general, he wasn't doing a damn thing.
He was shaky as hell, dude.
When Jason Tatum is ankle without, bro, that was it, bro.
That was
it.
Oh yeah, no, that was it.
He had to be sole ball holder. Like he had to come up the court. Like Jaylen Brown had to try to do everything. Like he was the team at that point.
Jason Tatum,
Damian Lillard is in that position. Boston's winning.
I was just about to say Tatum's ankle goes, you still got a chance with Dame.
Exactly.
All
he could
day.
take over the game.
So
especially with that team around him, like you still had Marcus Smart, you still had Grant Williams, you still had Horford, and them boys was actually hitting at different times in different stages. Like they were hitting.
And at the end of the day,
rely on them at like some point.
At the end of the day, this is the only reason Dame isn't in Boston is because Dame don't want to be in Boston. And
not if Jaylen Brown's going to be there. I mean, from when the trade rumors started, they were like, "We're sticking with Jaylen Brown," which
No, they did.
To me,
no, they did.
True.
I've been reading some shit,
No,
bro.
the Celtics have like their
The
team.
Celtics were gonna try to go for Dame because
They've been
that's
back
why
and
they've been holding off on Jaylen Brown.
they've been back and forth with Jalen. Before Dame requested his trade, they were like, "We love Jalen Brown. We want to extend him." But
Yeah,
when
but then
Dame,
Dame said it. They were like, "We're gonna hold off, and we're gonna see if we can try to get him." But then once Dame's agent texted everybody, Dame's agent was basically like, "If you're trying to trade your young superstar for Dame, don't do it, because you're gonna miss out."
Well, here's the thing: Dame's not a free agent, and Portland doesn't give a fuck where Dame goes. They want people or picks or
Right,
something.
but Dave's agent just kind of fucked that shit up, bro. Because he just went and told all these teams, "Don't trade your young superstar for Dame because Dame's not staying."
so here's
But
the
it's
thing.
not.
So
It's
let's.
not his call. It's Portland's
So I
call.
want to talk about Dame.
I know it's Portland's call, but his agent was telling these other teams not to do it.
I want to talk about Dame. I want to talk about Dame because there's two sides to this. Y'all are both right because Portland at the end of the day, they're gonna at least attempt to do what's best for them. And at the end of the day, Dame's just going to if he doesn't go to Miami, he's just going to be sour. He's not going.
And then he's just gonna
he
go
might
next.
just sit out.
At-
He
He's
might
just
not
go
If
even
at the
Dame
end.
play.
sits out, that's the end of his career.
But I'm not gonna lie, if Dame pulls some shit like that, that's some corny shit to me. But I will say,
If he pulls out, it's over for him.
have y'all
Nah, it'll
seen
be like a Davis situation.
Portland's
Sit out, eventually go on free agency.
Portland's what?
Have y'all seen Portland's asking price?
A lot. They want a superstar and some picks.
They said and this came out today. They want 4 first-round picks and 2, what was the word? It was like 2 like stars basically. Like they want like 4, if you can find that for me, Devin, the actual quote there was a type of player they want. It was like
Yeah,
4 first-round picks and 2
right.
legit players.
So Damian Lillard's agent went and called all these teams that are interested and were basically like, "Look, don't be dumb. If you trade away your 2 young stars that you want to trade away and your picks, you're gonna get Damian Lillard for a year.
And a Dame that's not an
He's not gonna
unhappy
be
Dame.
a happy Dame.
And yeah,
So he's not
but
even gonna be Damian Lillard. He's just gonna be Damian,
this
and
is
then
gonna
he's gonna leave, and then you're gonna be stuck with nothing.
this is gonna be
Well,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a 3-team trade.
It has to be.
This has to be a
Miami's
But
3-team
trying to
trade
said
because
they
the
said
last time I
4.
checked, Miami's trying to work with Detroit or Brooklyn to try to get it too.
Detroit. They
Detroit.
said 4 first-round picks and 2 quality players.
quality. Okay, quality was the word.
They're
2
not
quality
superstars,
players.
but quality.
Tyler Hero's not quality.
But who's the other one?
I mean, you can have. We were trying to give Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Kyle Lowry, and then our picks. Like we had picks connected to that.
You're
All
giving
of
up all 3 of that for Dame?
Yeah, because then we still have Caleb Barton. We got what's his name, Jaquez, or we were trying to do Tyler Hero, Jaquez, and Lowry. We
I
were
was
trying to
gonna say
include.
if I'm losing, I gotta keep either Hero or Duncan. I feel like I gotta keep one of the 2.
Me too. But basically, what the Miami Heat said is they put the whole roster and all their picks on the line, right? They took out Jimmy and they took out Bam, and they said, "You pick what you want. You pick. We'll give it to you for Dame." That's where like Miami is right now. But then they're like, "Oh, Tyler Hero isn't what we're looking for. This, and this. Like we already have Anthony Simmons. We have Scoot. We have
Scoot just got injured.
Yeah,
someone else. Like, mm-hmm. Like they can't say that, so they're like, we don't want Hero, but
well,
Hero's quality. He just averaged 21 points per game.
I guess we'll see. And to be honest with you, I just know as soon as we stop recording, Dame's gonna get traded to the Heat. As soon as I'm going to upload this video and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and Dame's gonna be on Miami Heat. He's gonna be on Miami Heat.
Why don't we make
Watch
our
it
reaction
be
for
when
it
we're on
already?
Fortnite. Watch it be when we're on Fortnite.
We're gonna be
We
running
on
the game.
Fortnite when I've seen everybody else.
Hey! No promotions.
We're gonna
on
be
this
on the
motherfucker.
game
What you
and
doing?
Dame is gonna be on the Miami Heat.
I'm gonna promote a free fucking game.
I would say it is free. It is
I
a free
play that
game.
shit.
It is a free game.
No promotions.
But the last NBA topic I got.
I would do another look game. You can never go wrong with game. these
Um,
these are free because they sponsor. No,
did
they
y'all
going
see?
to.
Did y'all see Britney Spears get slapped?
Yes.
Bro, she got backhanded, bro. I watched the
Can
video.
I say?
She
Can I
got back.
say? Can I
Well, she
say?
got moved.
Can I
She got
say
moved
slap like
with a
this?
hand to the face.
Can I say slap like
Bro,
this?
literally, he
I
was
don't
just
know.
moving her hand out the way. Like, he just slapped her hand, and then her face was just right there.
Bro, like, kind of just aggressively was like, nah, like,
Yeah.
fuck all that.
Yeah, like, get the fuck back. He wasn't paying attention to who that was. It was just a hand reaching across to his client. No, you're not touching my homie.
But like,
And
here's
even if he did know it was Britney Spears, who gives a fuck about Britney Spears?
He all crack anyways, bro. The fuck?
are we doing this? Are we doing this? Who cares about Britney Spears thing? Just like, are we
No, no,
doing
no,
this?
no.
Oh,
I'm saying, why would Victor Wembanyama give a fuck about Britney Spears?
Britney Spears
It's
wanted
just
a
some.
photo.
Well, he was probably like, "Who's this dumb bitch who wants a
bro.
photo?"
Here's my thing.
Apologies for the words.
Britney Spears is famous, right? She's used to having security around her. She knows not to approach somebody like that. Like, you don't
I
just
mean,
run up on
maybe
somebody and hey. You don't do that. It don't matter who you are.
I don't know. I feel like also as a security guard, you know, there's like legal liability to think situations like that, and just like, you know, not even turning around to see what the situation is, and just what if it was a 13-year-old kid? You know, what if he backhanded a 13-year-old kid? What if he did that? And we're not sitting here going, well, he's rich and famous, he should know. What if that's his favorite player and he wanted to go take a photo with him and the security guard backhands him? Is that a different conversation? Or are we saying Britney Spears should have known? What if
I mean,
Britney Spears
it'll probably be one of those like, hey man, I'm sorry, like here's like some merch and stuff like that.
Okay, but here's the thing though, it's like you do it and then you still keep it pushing. I'm not gonna sit here and trip like, oh my god, he smacked a woman. Like, okay, he barely gave her a little tap, but at the end of the day, you could have turned around and been like, oh shit, that's Britney Spears, or like something.
All right, but
I don't know.
we caught a little bit of that video. We didn't see the whole thing.
Well,
We don't know if that was the first.
They kept it pushing.
No, for sure, but we didn't know that was the first time she had approached them. Maybe she was being a nuisance.
Maybe
She did say she saw him a couple times. Like she saw him at one hotel, and then she saw him at another one while she was eating dinner.
I'm also not sure if she's the most stable human being.
Not at all.
I don't
Bro,
know why
she got slapped and she fell to the ground, and then her glasses got knocked off in front of her.
But I mean, why are we like? I don't know. I feel like we're just
Definitely
doing
did not
this.
fall.
We're doing this weird yeah, she definitely doesn't like deserve like a bunch of like, oh my god, like I can't believe that happened to you. But at the same time, like we're kind of victim blaming.
No.
Victim.
I'm just saying that
victim blaming.
She was just trying to like cry wolf. Like
she's a victim of what?
Like,
getting
the fuck, like that?
Pushed by security?
So you'd be okay with that? If that happened to you, if that happened to you, you'd be okay with that.
If I was acting out of line like that, fuck yeah.
That's out of
I would
line.
never do that.
That's out of line. Walking up to somebody and trying to ask for a picture is out of line. Are we doing that?
Okay,
he's about to be an NBA star, so he's gonna have to get used to people trying to come up and take a picture with him.
Well, okay,
so
but
when somebody worth
$70
million walks up to you and wants to take a picture with you, you don't tell your security to backhand him. What are we talking about?
He didn't tell the security to do that. He was probably the security guard was probably trying to reach out and say like, whoa, like trying to hold him back.
No, all right. I can imagine that they already said no.
He went like that and kept going. He didn't say whoa, because he would have went, oh,
no, like that's what
all right, but I can imagine.
Well, that's Britney Spears.
But I don't think a security guard gives a fuck about Britney Spears. His job is to protect Victor Wembanyama.
Okay,
but
his job is to protect him. But then when somebody is coming up and asking for a picture, there's obviously.
Imagine if that was us. Imagine if that was someone trying to kill the man. What if he was trying to reach across and then stab him, bro? They gotta be prepared for this shit.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So your security, when he thought someone was coming to stab you, went like this.
Stop them.
Dude, shut
Slapped
up.
him,
You
and
got
got
y'all
him
are
back.
talking. Y'all are just talking out your ass, bro. Because if that was
No,
y'all,
okay.
if that was y'all, and y'all had
If
security
that
with y'all,
person would have
y'all
kept
would have
charging,
turned.
I guarantee
Y'all would have
security
turned
would.
around and been like, "Oh shit, that's Britney Spears." Y'all would have, and Britney Spears wants a picture with you. Y'all gonna sit there and act, and you're gonna go, "Nah, she's washed." You're taking the picture with Britney Spears. She wants a picture with you. What are you doing? Why are y'all
I
acting
don't
like that?
think Victor Wembanyama wanted a picture with, and I doubt
She
that
wanted
it
a
was.
picture with him.
It don't
Yes,
matter.
exactly. But
I
that
don't think.
doesn't make him have to take a picture with her.
No, but
But
he doesn't have to
I
be
doubt
like
that she
him
just
and his
walked up
group
there
doesn't have
and
to
she
be
got
a
backhanded.
dick. They don't have to
No,
just be a group
but
of
hold on.
douchebags.
You don't think that they already said no?
You so
You think she just walked up and got backhanded?
yes, I think she walked up. I think it's just how the story went. It was she walked up, asked for a photo, and the security guard did what he did. It's like you can see in the
But
video what
you don't
happened.
think they said no?
I don't know what
Get away?
I'm talking about. What I saw. That's what we're talking about. Can we stop with the
No, I know,
hypotheticals? I don't know what happened
but no,
before.
you're
I
bringing
don't know
up
what happened after.
hypotheticals. What if it was a 13-year-old kid?
Okay, and
It's
because
a
you
different
said
situation.
okay, and I asked you because you said she's a celebrity, she should know. So I said, okay, what if it wasn't? What if it was a 13-year-old kid and they didn't know? How would y'all feel? Oh, they would probably apologize. Okay, but they should turn around and apologize to her too. It's still a woman at the end of the day. Don't matter if it's I don't know if she's mentally stable enough. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like that shit. No,
All right,
nah,
there's
that
no
shit ain't funny.
charges being filed, so I don't know. There's no victim involved in this. She got smacked in the face by a security guard. It happens all the fucking time.
So Tyreek Hill is gonna possibly get suspended for like barely slapping a dude on a boat, and but we don't care about Victor Wembanyama's security being a
It's a
douchebag to
much
Britney
different
Spears.
situation.
I don't think it is. I think Tyreek Hill
You don't
barely.
think it's a different situation?
I think Tyreek Hill barely did
That's great.
anything. I think Tyreek Hill barely did anything.
Then what the hell did the security guard if it's the same situation? You think he barely did nothing? Because he didn't.
I think he could have at least turned around and inspected the situation, especially if like what Brandon said, he thought somebody was running at him with a knife or a gun or something. Because they
He's not a
definitely
cop.
he's a security guard.
Not
What are
his-
you talking about?
Yeah, so his job is to protect Victor Wembanyama, not the public safety of everyone else.
Bro, I
Bro,
guarantee if there was someone trying to kill, they would have charged again, and he would have noticed that too.
what are we? It was Britney's. It was a 5'3" woman walking up asking for a photo. It obviously wasn't somebody. It obviously
That's why he
wasn't
didn't.
somebody trying to come and. All right,
Back.
let's move on because I thought we were gonna have like
What
a
what are you
adult
supporting
conversation
though?
about this, but I'm not supporting anything. But y'all are just going. Britney Spears is weird. What if What if it was a murderer, bro? No,
That's not all
It
right.
was what.
That's not what I'm saying.
It was what happened, but you didn't push back on it at all. You're like, yeah, it's not his job to protect anybody from the murderer. Yeah, it's his job to protect Victor, and that was what he did. Good job. You protected it from the murderer. No, you backhanded a woman. Like, okay, cool. Like, are we gonna sit here and not say they could have at least? I mean, bro, this like you couldn't have hit that. At least, bro, just kept it pushing. Like, bro, couldn't. What are we doing here? And we're
I
just
mean, he could have,
and the only reason we're going,
but what he did isn't
it's because it's Britney
violently
Spears.
wrong.
It's because it's Britney
With
Spears.
that,
All right,
with
no.
that,
If it was a random woman, number one, we wouldn't be talking about this. Number two, he's a security guard.
If it was a
It's his
random
fucking
woman,
job.
we would be talking about it.
There's no way we would be talking about this if it was a random woman.
We would be talking about it because it would be
No,
Victor
there
Wembanyama's.
wouldn't
It would
be.
be Victor Wembanyama's security slaps woman. That's what the headline would be. Because just like how it was Victor Wembanyama's security slap Britney Spears,
there would be no headline.
there would be no headline.
It would not be
It
this
wouldn't
big of a headline.
hold on.
Because
It wouldn't be a
Spears,
headline.
it's only because it's Britney Spears trying to press charges on something like that.
All right.
Okay.
Mikey, would we be talking about it if it wasn't Britney Spears?
Yes, the
No.
same way we talked about Tyreek Hill slapping a random dude on a boat.
Well, that's a different situation.
Superstar.
Victor Wembanyama didn't slap
It's
anybody.
not
Victor Wembanyama's security backhanded a woman for no
was
reason.
doing his job. Like it would
Bro,
have the headline.
if that
said
is my
Spears-
security, if that is my security guard, I'm firing him.
Who
What do
says
you
he
mean?
wasn't
That's
fired?
his job. But what do you mean? You're defending him, so obviously you think he shouldn't be.
I'm saying that what he did isn't outrageously out of line.
I didn't say it was outrageously out of line, but I want you guys to go back. I want everybody to go back 3 minutes in this podcast when I said this. They couldn't have at least done this. Did I say it was an outrageous? Did I say it was an outrageous event, or did I say they couldn't have at least went like this?
I mean, you're calling for the
He
man's job.
definitely could have.
Outrageous event.
But I
You
think it's just this
Because
is overblown because it's Britney Spears.
if my security guard is causing problems like that and is forcing people to press charges on me, yeah, you're getting fired.
Bro,
It's legal liability.
There's
You're
no
getting
there's
fired.
no
would that
charges
have?
being
You're out.
pressed.
You're out.
Would
There
that
are
have
no
taken?
charges.
What?
There are no charges.
She tried to push for charges, and if you trying to push for charges and you're my security guard, you're out.
Yeah, but there were no charges because it
Doesn't
was
matter.
insignificant.
That's not
It
how
was
you.
significant
That
because
is
it was
not how you.
because it was Britney Spears.
All right. At
That's
the end
why
of
it
the
was
day,
significant.
at the end of the day, we all disagree on how a security guard should handle his job. So if that's how it should end, that's how it should end. I think they could have at least fucking turned around and investigated the situation and saw what the
He
fuck was going on.
definitely could have.
Definitely could have at least done that. Because I never said it was some outrageous event. Like but I'm not gonna sit here and go, man, Britney Spears ain't all the way there in the head, anyways, bro. I mean, but what are we doing? Like,
No, I'm not saying that justifies the hit, but we don't know the entire situation of what happened.
we are talking about.
And also,
I
if
know
someone is told no, get away.
I just want to talk about
It
what
means get the fuck
I just
away.
want to talk about what we saw.
Yeah, we
'Cause
saw a 5-second clip of her getting backhanded.
At the end of the day, we heard a story from her. We heard a story from them. Okay, we saw a video. I want to talk about the video. I don't want to talk about what they could have said before, what they could have said after. I want to talk about the video.
Yeah, she got backhanded, but that's not the
Backhanded,
end of the story.
Kept it pushing. They could have kept it pushing in the video. Kept it pushing. They could have at least hit shit. I mean, something. I think something. But hey,
They could have.
what do we know? What do I know about security? Anyways, Victor Wembanyama is probably gonna be a bust anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He won't have security 5 years from now. Let's play some word.
That's what they're saying.
Let's play some word of Podal. Chet's better.
Hold
Oh yeah, no, fuck Podal. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Word of Weddle. So
You went back like 6 months there,
yeah,
bro.
you made me go back in fucking time. What were we want to do?
So when Britney was famous. Slaps.
All gray.
What the hell we got here?
Drink.
Nice. What the fuck? Donut?
That's a good one.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Ooh, okay.
Come on, man. Good
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
He's here.
Okay.
Give it to me. Donut.
Look,
Jake-
you got this one too.
Jake
Carry
Funk. So he's an NFC running back, taller than 6 foot, older than 27, numbers higher than 39.
How tall is Aaron Jones?
5'11".
How tall is this guy?
Like 5'10".
Okay, only 5'10". Numbers higher than 43, but he's a running back. Not the NFC South.
Is Patterson a low number?
Aaron Jones.
Oh, it's not the NFC South.
Aaron Jones is like number what? Like
33.
yeah. So, all right, not the NFC North.
5'9".
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a get.
Yeah, this running
That
back's gonna be tall. What what the fuck is this? And
Uh,
he's older than 30. Older than 30, numbers higher than 43. He's a running back.
what they got? How tall is?
I'm curious for that, Devin. No, okay.
NFC.
So a 32-year-old running back who's 6'1" or 6 foot.
In the NFC. Probably,
NFC
what, West?
East or West?
Probably the West. East ain't got dick.
Mm,
Who the fuck? Rams? Cards?
who's the Rams running back right now?
James Conner? Just try James Conner. I think he's a little bit taller. Is he even in the fucking league? Yeah, okay.
An NFC West running back,
Alright.
6'1".
What the hell is this number, dude?
All right. Well, I just want to figure out what team. So, who's
San
the
Fran.
other? Who's the other guy?
Elijah Mitchell or whatever. It's Mitchell, like Elijah Mitchell or some shit.
Is he that old? Bro, we don't know the third
What
running
the
back on
fuck?
fucking San Francisco.
Juziak?
Oh no! Kyle Juszczyk.
Is it gonna be Kyle Juszczyk?
They got him as a.
Is he listed as a running back?
As a running back.
Yeah.
He's listed as a fucking running back. There we go.
34, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they have a fullback position in this game because there's like 6 of them.
We got Kobe Bryant.
Nice.
I mean, tough. We got Kobe Bryant.
Age 24, number 8. That's pretty sick.
That's kind of tough too, 24 and 8. But he's numbers higher than 10. He's 23 or 22, taller than 6'3". He's not a defensive player, and he's an AFC player.
What's his name? Anthony Richardson. Okay.
AFC North, not a quarterback. He's 6'4", 6'5". Numbers still higher than 10.
Try a tight end.
Give me a tight end. It's not in the AFC North because my brain went straight to Mark.
Mine went to Njoku and Mark. Who the hell else is in the AFC?
My brain just went to shit. It's a tight end. All right, we got a chance here. It's a tight end. Where? I'm gonna just start typing in some tight ends. All right, AFC West tight end. Not the Raiders. He's 6'4".
Travis Kelce. Travis is not that young.
This is also hard mode. There's no way. Not Kansas City.
No, I know. I wanted to see if it's KC.
So a young Chargers tight end, or a young fucking Seahawks tight end, not Seahawks. Excuse me. I'm thinking NFC West. Young Broncos tight end, or young Chargers tight end.
I think the Chargers just drafted a tight end.
Do you know what his name is?
Oh, fuck no, baby.
All right. Broncos tight end.
Sean Payton.
Dude, I have nothing. I have no clue. I don't know.
Who cares about the Broncos?
Oh, Greg Dulcich. Dulcich.
Hey, pretend I know this.
I feel like I've heard that name, but probably not.
I'm sure I've heard that name.
Damn, Georgia.
He probably did. But what's up with this Coke in the White House shit?
Man,
what is that?
Rich. Bro, they used to be rich shit in the 80s.
What is that? What are you talking about?
I just saw some shit about like Coke being found in the White House.
Cocaine?
Yeah, the West. Yeah.
Yeah.
West Wing.
What's
some shit
like
that?
In the Oval Office?
I don't know.
Like there was cocaine in the White House.
Look, like Ply said, when the cops.
Well, I don't know anything about this situation.
Let's say it could just be like a Republican cop just trying to like get Biden out of here or something like just like
cocaine in the White House is not going to get Biden out of anywhere.
Well, I mean, but what do you do when you find coke in the White House?
Nobody wants to claim it. They got to do what they do with the cops come in your house. Whoever's name is on the lease.
Here's the thing:
has to go down for it till someone speaks up.
Can you smoke? Can you smoke weed in the White House?
Snoop Dogg said he did.
Yeah, he had to secretly do it though. But if you're the president, can you smoke weed in the White House?
You probably can't do nothing.
Well, it's federally illegal. So, as a Secret Service agent, I think it's your duty to report felonies. But I doubt a president would go down for that.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at this like, if you're a normal citizen who won't go to jail for weed, like if you're the president.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like this says, the West Wing is where VIPs, visitors, tourists, staff members, military officials, and operations employees operate.
Oh, so
So
somebody just dropped their coke in the
there
White
could
House.
there's so many people who work at the White House. Number one, there's
Bro.
so many people who visit
Right.
the White House every day. Like there are like media, everything. Like anyone could have had it.
Also, rich folks used to be.
Hey, rich people do like coke.
Yeah, back in the 80s, coke was the rich people thing, and then crack became the poor people thing because it was cheaper, easier to make.
We got some
Thank you for that.
we got some
Welcome, education, dog.
we got some NFL shit. We got some NFL shit.
Well, if anyone took cocaine, it wasn't Biden because that motherfucker's sleepy as hell.
First off,
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe.
First off, it seems like Stephon Diggs is staying in Buffalo.
He's just causing a hissy fit. He's not going.
Well, according to Josh
Yeah.
Allen, the media blew the situation way out of proportion, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of figured that. I really figured if there's one duo that's gonna stay together, it's gonna be like Josh Allen and fucking Diggs, Jamar and Joe Burrow. Like it's gonna be like like there's some duos I think are gonna last for a while. I feel like Diggs and Allen are definitely one of them.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
probably would believe that the media did blow that shit out of proportion. But how do y'all feel about the Eagles still blaming the turf for their Super Bowl loss?
Insignificant. Both teams played on the same turf.
I like that answer, Brandon.
You can blame the call, not the fucking field.
Thank you. Okay. Can we talk about the fact that there was a phantom PI call in the final drive of the Super Bowl that is like that,
Or
like
defensive holding.
yeah, what was it? It was defensive holding or PI? It was something. But
And
either
defensive
way,
holding is rarely called, and it's called when it's egregious.
bro, to this day, there's Eagle players who aren't even on Philly no more talking about run that shit back on grass, see what happens. It's
Run
like, yeah,
that shit back on
like-
grass. Get the fuck out of here. It's one
like
fucking game.
I know like we're I'm definitely like I guess anti Chiefs if I had to take a stand, but like are we gonna sit here and pretend like the Chiefs wouldn't be even better on grass too? I mean, are we like
Exactly.
are they just gonna be the same and the Eagles are gonna get way better on grass or what? I mean, we're talking about
Yeah, that makes
professional.
they were playing on the same fucking field. Like it's not like they switched.
We're talking about
Who had
professional
slippery shit.
athletes. We're talking about professional athletes. They play on turf. They know how to play on turf. They know how it works.
Like
there.
if the Niners ended up winning that Super Bowl, the Ravens would have been able to say run that shit back. But
they would have had a better
this
argument.
situation, a much
Definitely
better
had a better
argument.
argument. And I don't know, bro. I mean, I just still see to this day people talking about the turf, and it's like, bro. I mean, bad call, sure. Turf. What are we talking
Both
about?
teams were playing on the same turf.
It's like this isn't like the NBA when they like made this brand new ball and everybody was like starting to complain about it. Like, no, this is turf.
Yeah.
People play on the turf. Shit's normal. I don't really get it. But I want to ask.
Wait, who's is this Chauncey who's blaming it?
Chauncey's the newest person I saw.
Come on, son. There's a reason
Chauncey,
you didn't say the names.
Chauncey's. Well, I mean, it was Chauncey. I saw Kelsey talking about it. I saw basically all the D line talking about it because I saw.
He
for
said
some reason,
he said run that ball back on legit grass. The D line smashed that O line. I'm sorry.
the entire defense said that they were slipping the entire game. Which have I heard this before from the losing team? Yeah,
But both teams was slipping.
I've never heard a winning team be like, "Damn, bro, that turf was crazy." Like, no, it's like they stayed on their feet. Okay, whatever. Like that's.
Well, they didn't. They were still slipping. Like Mahomes was slipping like a motherfucker out there.
That's another thing. It's not like they weren't slipping.
Yeah, they just
was the
won
same
the game.
turf.
Like it's still an even playing field.
And you know
like,
what?
No team had an advantage.
It was a really good game.
Yeah.
It was a great football game. So it's not. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I want to ask y'all a question because this is something that I recently thought about. Because New Era, they made these new hats where it was like throwback hats for NFL teams, and I get the
Do
whole.
they have Redskins hats?
No, but can I ask y'all? And maybe this is just me feeling a type of way about it because it's like bias. I don't ever expect like when it comes to the Colts for Baltimore to be like related to them like nowadays, like if it's a throwback thing or well, let me say more like all right, if you want to have the Super Bowls because it's like it's the Colts Super Bowls, like whatever, but Baltimore, like that whole thing, like I feel like if we were a podcast in the 70s, we would like be talking about the like Baltimore
A
moving
radio show here. Get your
like
peanuts here.
we would have been talking about that move in the middle of the night from Baltimore to Indianapolis for like a decade.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of the biggest scandals that doesn't get talked about ever. And I feel like, and maybe I'm biased, and maybe growing up, like listening to my grandmother be like, my grandmother's point was basically like, man, we supported the shit out of them fucking Colts. Them motherfuckers just picked up and left. And it's basically like the NFL and the Indianapolis Colts kind of treat their stint in Baltimore like it never happened.
Yes.
Like, I honestly feel like if Johnny Unitas was always, like, if Johnny Unitas was drafted to Indianapolis and was an Indianapolis Colt, he would be talked about, like, way more. But because he's, like, a Baltimore legend, for some reason, I feel like he doesn't get that praise. And that's because I feel like that part of history for the Colts kind of just gets washed away and erased. Like, we still talk about the Jets' only Super Bowl from Super Bowl III and, like, how great Joe Namath is. But, like, I don't hear people talking about Johnny Unitas. I don't hear people
like
talking about Baltimore at that time because
Baltimore
Baltimore was a dominant football team back then, and they don't get the credit for it. And they only get the credit for what we were as the Ravens. And I'm glad to be a Ravens fan, but at the same time, I feel like the city itself and like the culture the culture that was made around it, I feel like we should get praised a little bit of credit, or something. I mean, we get no credit.
Well, I mean, Baltimore fans, especially the ones who watched the Colts when they were in Baltimore, still kind of claim the championship, but the Colts organization claims it, but their fans don't claim it. Like it wasn't their team.
But I don't see, bro, Ravens fan, we don't claim that shit though. I mean, my grandmother was alive watching that fucking Super Bowl, and
But you still
saying
talk about how good Johnny was for y'all.
Johnny was great. But I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I know about Johnny Unitas. I grew up hearing about Johnny Unitas. Not everybody knows about Johnny Unitas like that. And to me, I feel like Baltimore just deserves a little more credit for just any part of, I mean, let's be real. Besides Peyton Manning, what was the most successful time for the Colts? What, a couple runs with Andrew Luck? No, it was when they were in fucking Baltimore, winning a championship. So
it was drafting Anthony Richardson.
I don't know. Brandon, you're a little silent over there. You disagree? You agree? What's
because Brandon's a Packers fan.
But I mean, still, I
know both. I was gonna try to speak up when you were talking about Joe Namath, but I mean, the only reason people talk about him was just because of what he said before, and then what happened. Like that was when, like, you know, it was like the American League against like National League kind of shit, and like usually like the NFL beat the AFL, like and like demolished them, and then the AFL came in and actually beat the NFL after Joe Namath said we gonna beat the brakes off these boys. Like, that's the only reason people talk about Joe Namath. But
well, he was also like a superstar.
Yeah, but say he was also like he was
Broadway Joe.
He went on stage before anything, like, and he said we're gonna beat the brakes off them boys, and like he went in and they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he was Broadway Joe before that.
What he said, no, I mean that's what kind of turned him into that's what turned him into that. So Johnny Unitas, I mean, he didn't really he was a great player. Like, I know who he is. Like, he's raw as fuck. I didn't know people didn't know who he was.
No. So
I'm not.
What I'm saying more is the stint in Baltimore for the Colts kind of gets erased in history, and we get no credit.
See, I didn't know that because.
But I mean, you're saying you don't want credit for it. You don't claim it.
But to me, I feel like I don't want it because they don't want us to claim it. They don't want us a part of that shit. Like and I'm saying growing up, and maybe like I said, this is biased because I grew up in Maryland. My grandmother was a Baltimore Colts fan. I grew up listening to her going, man, fuck them Colts. The motherfuckers left us. There's some bitches. There's some hoes. Fuck them. We don't claim shit. Fuck them. But at the same time, she she told me, hey, they didn't want to be in Baltimore. When the Ravens came to Baltimore, people were pissed. People were saying Baltimore don't deserve a football team. People were talking a lot of shit. And to be honest with you, to this day, it took Lamar Jackson to make Baltimore relevant on a daily basis when it comes to like ESPN or
I mean,
Fox Sports or whatever.
that's but
Well,
I mean
I
that's
mean,
probably how
with y'all's defense, y'all were always in the fucking news.
Mm,
Offensively, they were always talking about Ray. They were always talking about Terrell Suggs.
You're going always, but I feel like just because that's our most successful players, you're just assuming we were talked about that much. But okay, how many teams do y'all know won the Super Bowl and they had to play an away game week 1 the next year? Didn't get a celebration, didn't get shit. Had to play an away game opening night. How many teams y'all know that got that? Because I know one. It's the Baltimore Ravens. When the Baltimore Ravens got a Super Bowl, they had to go play MVP Peyton Manning in Denver and got the brakes blown off of them. They didn't get an introduction. They didn't get congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens for winning a Super Bowl. No, they wanted to make sure they got in and out that season because the Baltimore Ravens won that Super Bowl. They cut the fucking lights off in that game because we were blowing the brakes off the 49ers. We did not start getting respect until we got a superstar in Lamar Jackson. And I stand on that because y'all know we didn't get any type of press. We didn't get shit. We won a Super Bowl in 2000 with the worst quarterback in Super Bowl history and a great defense. So what? The Pittsburgh Steelers, like I said, you can be a good team and win a fucking couple games. What the fuck ever. Until we got Lamar Jackson, the NFL was doing everything they could to make sure we didn't get any type of shine. And like I said, give me one team that won a Super Bowl and didn't get week 1, opening night, season opener at their field, and they're celebrating them, and they're talking about them, and it's about them. Because it wasn't the Baltimore Ravens in 2013. I promise you that.
This seems personal.
I mean, I'm about to say I don't really pay attention to when the next season starts. I don't really care about what happened last season.
Are we okay? Are we going to say that, or are we going to address the simple fact that every year the NFL makes it a thing to make sure the Super Bowl winning team gets to open the season next year at their they open the year at their team, or they open the year at their stadium. They have a whole big thing about how they're the Super Bowl champs and all this. When the Ravens did that, they pushed that shit under the rug and said, "Let's move on." And they don't do that any other year.
I'm sorry,
They don't.
I don't really have a comment on that. I just don't pay attention to that.
I think you said everything. Number one. Number two.
Am I wrong, or
I've
are
never
you just
seen
trying to
No.
argue? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I feel
No.
like I feel like I'm pretty valid for feeling this way.
I mean, it's definitely crazy. I don't know if I don't know anything about the NFL fighting for you guys to not be in the news, because if so,
they'd be losing money.
The NFL's been fighting pretty hard to get the Redskins out of the fucking news, dude. Out of ESPN, because we ain't got dick.
So just don't
like I don't know if they're like pushing y'all out. I mean, it's crazy that y'all didn't get a home game.
So you don't think that that's odd? Like how every
it's
year,
definitely odd.
Every year,
sure.
a team gets celebrated, and then when it came to the Ravens winning a Super Bowl, they just made sure
definitely
it
was
like Peyton Manning's night more than fucking the Baltimore Ravens night. But I don't know, whatever. That's just something that was on my mind. I had to get it off on the podcast. Fuck the NFL for not caring about us until we got a superstar quarterback. But I do love you, Lamar. Shout out Lamar. So thanks for making us a fucking team, I guess, that's worth talking
about. Do you
about.
love him?
Now that he's the richest fucking quarterback in history. Final NFL topic. Bucs corner Carlton Davis. He says that the NFL is in for a rude awakening for the people doubting the post-Brady era Bucs.
Oh, this dude's on a different planet. This guy's got it. He shouldn't be allowed to speak.
So how do y'all feel about that?
Where is this awakening coming from? Kyle Trask? It's not coming from this guy who's speaking. It's not coming from this motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
They still have Mike. They still got Chris.
Brandon, do you
So
know? Do you know where? Do you know? Do you know? Do you
we're
have?
looking at a
Do you have?
solid 8-9.
Do you have
I mean, I haven't
inside?
I haven't seen them play yet. I gotta see their first couple games, preseason at least.
But if you had to, like, let's say, gun to your head, had to like take a guess on like how well the Bucs are gonna do, like post Brady era, like
How big is the gun?
what? It's like a shotgun. It's gonna blow your whole fucking head off. It's gonna blow your entire head off. Like, what would
Yeah,
your what
you
would
never,
your
you
what
never,
would your
you,
what would your prediction
you
be?
never want to on any NFL team. That's for sure. But I mean, honestly, I think it just depends on how their defense holds up. If they have a raw ass defense, they can have. I mean, I also don't know. I don't think Fournette stayed.
No,
Did Fournette stay? He
no.
left.
I don't think they wanted him. I don't even know where the fuck he is.
They,
I think he
I
got
think they
cut.
have Rashad White. Like
Fournette
he's
is
still
a
Rashad White still there. Like I think he's decent. They still have like raw. They have Mike Evans who has 9 straight seasons of 1,000+ yards, no matter who his quarterback is.
but like so you're
Chris
saying
Lenny's a
that?
free
Godwin.
agent.
But are
I
we?
mean,
Do
it
you
can
have
be.
confidence? And you have confidence in the Bucks quarter? Any
It
of the
can.
quarterback?
It can.
Bucks quarterback?
It can be like if they have a healthy offense, like weapon wise, I think it can be like a San Fran kind of setup to where it can be any quarterback at under center at that point. You just
Ooh,
need
I
someone
don't know about all
who
that.
plays the ball. Like that's why I gotta say like you gotta see the first couple games preseason. You gotta see who's on their team. You gotta see
Well, yeah, but
if
I mean,
and like going based off right now. Like I said, like they can end up being like that San Francisco when damn Brock Purdy stepped in. Nobody knew what Brock Purdy was about to do. And then he goes like 7-0 or whatever, 5-0, whatever
Well,
shit was.
someone got a rude awakening because a former Buccaneers player was arrested for battery.
well, either way, I think honestly, the point of this podcast, especially in the off season, is to talk about the upcoming season and how we expect certain teams to play. And I think when it comes to the Bucks, I don't really expect much out of them. They are in
And
a they are in a winnable division. I guess you could say that.
yeah, they
Um,
are. I think that's what Carlton Davis is talking about. Like bro, like everyone's saying we're gonna be ass.
but I
Like, what if
guess,
they come out and they snap and they win 9 games? Oh shit!
but like if the Bucks win
That'd be
nine
impressive.
games, that to me
That's
that's
That was more than
impressive.
last year.
But to me
That was
that's
more than last year.
to me that's impressive.
yeah,
Like to
me
me,
too.
I'd be impressed. So like
Me too.
that's not good. Like that's not a good thing
What's their
though.
schedule? Like, can someone pull up their schedule? Like, I mean, it could be kind of possible. They gotta play the Falcons twice. They
I
gotta
mean,
play
yeah.
what? Who is it? Like the
See, but
Falcons,
here's the
the
thing though.
Saints.
Here's the thing though,
You
Brandon.
know what I mean?
If you have any type of confidence in the Bucks, you gotta have some in like the Saints and the Panthers and the Falcons,
Oh,
right?
I got. I mean, they have some weapons. Like that's the thing. They got weapons.
Because
But
I would
all
say
right.
for
If
sure.
the weapons are healthy like they're supposed to be, you can have you can have Winston under center for the Saints. Like he'll give you 30 for 30.
Yeah, but like
But
at
if
the
your
end
defense holds up, you're good.
but at the end of the day, that year, people weren't like, damn, we really were in for a rude awakening from the Saints, huh? Like it was just
No.
like it was just the
It was
Saints.
just
Like it was
yeah.
just like I'm just saying like okay, the Bucks, could they win 9 games and be decent? Maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
Could they
I
win
don't
the
even know.
could
But
they win the
Carlton
NFC
Davis,
South with 9 wins? Maybe.
yes.
Maybe. But
But Carlton Davis with his one interception is not gonna rude awaken anybody.
I just don't know what the rude awakening. Like if anything, it's gonna be like time to get
It'll
up.
be like a
Time to get up. It's time.
yeah. It's a
It's time.
soft one.
It's time
It's
to.
like
Hey, wake up.
it's like your dog like kicked you and
Like,
bumped into you.
Never
Like, ugh.
any team, man.
it's time. It's time for school. Like it's not. This
We're,
isn't a
we're
rude.
waking up to fucking Tinkerbell and
This
Tweety
is
Bird.
a very kind awakening we're talking about here. This is not a rude awakening. I'm not. I don't really. I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
be
about
honest.
that.
I'm
But
a Bay fan. I'm kind of afraid against Tampa. Washington should be. Baltimore
I
should be.
mean, no.
I mean, you're the one over here talking about OBJ is gonna fold and get hurt, so you ain't gonna have nobody. Who you gonna have? You got Lamar.
We beat the Bucks with Brady. I don't care. I'm not scared of.
Hey,
I'm not scared of the. I'm not scared of the Kyle
You're not
Trask.
scared of Baker
I'm not scared of
Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield under center for the fucking Bucs. What are we talking about?
That's
Carlton
great.
is talking to you then, Jim Dan.
He's not talking to me. He's talking to, like you said, Packers fans, Washington fans, other fans of
He
teams
ain't
that
talking
might.
to me because
That
I'm knowing. I'm not peeping.
And he's not talking to me.
They ain't talking to me, cuz I'm knowing. Them
you're
gonna be some
knowing
tough games.
what? What are we doing?
I
What
know,
are we
bro. Not to sleep on no NFL team right now. We have Jordan Love. I don't know what he's gonna do. I can't say, oh, we finna come in and beat the brakes off them. We beat him with Brady. We gonna beat the brakes off him again. I can't say that.
Brandon.
I got Jordan fucking Love. When we beat the Bucs, we had Aaron fucking Rodgers.
But here's the thing,
And we
though.
lost. We split with them.
Here's the thing, though. Here's what I'm saying. If Stephen A. Smith every day went, shit, I don't know. We just gonna have to wait to see. That's a boring conversation.
I don't want to be Stephen A. Smith, though.
Okay, it doesn't. Y'all know what I mean.
Quarterback be under center.
Y'all know what I mean. I think, but I could agree. It's gonna come down to how well the quarterback plays. But that's every team. That's every team, bro. It's really every team. Like every time.
But here's the thing. We know Baker's not going to be good, and we know Jordan Love is not going to be that good. So the Packers nor the Bucs are going to have rude awakening.
Jordan Love is going to be wrong.
Here's my
Carlton's going to have a rude awakening when he gets cut next year.
Here's my thing. I don't think the Bucs have any confidence in Kyle Trask. They've showed no sign of having confidence in Kyle Trask, and it seems like no team wants Baker Mayfield. So I do not think the Bucs are going to play that well. I don't think they have the best quarterback room in the NFC South. But
I mean, Desmond Ritter's some trash.
I wasn't really looking at Atlanta, but what the fuck do I know? We don't have a bracket
Derek Carr?
today. Oh, Derek Carr. I don't know. Is Jameis still the backup for the Saints?
I guess.
Because if he is, that's hilarious. And that's the best quarterback room. Derek Carr and Jameis Winston's the best quarterback room in the NFC South. In the NFC South?
What the fuck's the other team?
In the NFC South? Come on.
Okay.
In the NFC South.
What's the other team? Am I stupid? Panthers.
The Panthers is like Bryce Young and fucking what? Sam Darnold?
No, I don't even know where Sam is.
Or is he's where is he now?
San Fran.
Oh God.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Hey, you know the latest trade rumors is he might get traded to Green Bay.
Ooh, Sam Darnold as your QB1.
Bro, I Steve as a Packers fan. I'm sorry. I would pack.
I'm
not doing it.
Y'all gonna have the quarterbacks with the Sam Howell, Sam Darnold. That's gonna be tough. This QB Sam. That's tough. That's nice. That's nice. Yo, you want Jordan or Sam?
We gonna steal.
I would still take Jordan any day of the week.
Yeah, sheesh. All right.
Me too.
Now we got road to the Super Bowl.
Especially since we picked him first fucking round. Sorry, I had to get that out.
Yeah, no, I if I was a Packers fan, I would need to get that out too. But we have some road to the Super Bowl. We got some trivia, some word of weddle left. No, I'm saying. If I was a Packers fan, I'd be pissed. I would hate our front office as well. I don't really like our front office that much.
If they trade for Sam Darnold, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I give up, bro. I can't keep doing this, bro. You wasted a first round pick on a quarterback that you won't even let play.
Well, you're stuck with him for the rest of your life now, brother. So
we're finishing.
Have fun.
We're finishing the NFC South or the NFC North today. We got the Bears. We got the Vikings. We're talking about the road to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. Just breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. What's up?
Aaron Rodgers allegedly sends dick pics to male cheerleaders on the Jets. Uh-oh. That's not good. That cannot be good.
Bro, I took you so fucking serious when you said that. I took you so serious. I thought you were being serious. Shout out to Brett Favre, though. No, actually not.
He's a trooper.
Not shout out to Brett Favre. Actually, I take that back.
Shout out to the male cheerleaders of the Jets.
To Wrangler? I don't fucking know.
Wrangler, Copperfit.
I honestly don't know, but
our boys going to hell.
let's talk about the Bears.
That's part of that. Know that.
We're gonna quickly talk about the Bears and how
We
they're
have to
gonna
talk about the Bears.
their road to the Super Bowl, I guess.
Their road to the Super
I
Bowl
hope they
is.
don't get a road to the Super Bowl. I hope they stay trash, big fella. I hope we get Justin Fields, big fella.
But now
Justin Fields needs to come to that winning team.
I will say though, that's what I want to start off with. The Bears are a little interesting. It's fun to trash them, but at the end of the day, I was doing research for the road to the Super Bowl. I wanted to ask y'all first of all, how far do y'all think Justin Fields? And two questions: how far do you think Justin Fields can take this team? How far do you think Justin Fields can take a team? Whoever wants to go
I
first.
still have my stance. Brandon, you go.
Go ahead,
So
Brandon.
I think this team the dirt. I don't give a fuck. Let Devin talk.
Okay. I still have my same stance on Fields, which is he's not a great passer.
Nope.
And the reason his running stats were so good is because he was forced to run. And yes, he's a great runner, but they did not know how to use him, and they don't know how to use him. So I don't see them being a great passing team. I think he can take them to 6 wins, 7 max. Maybe if he was in a different organization, he can actually lead a team. But
Okay.
I know you like Justin Fields, but I don't see it there
So
for him.
could I ask? Okay, so like Brandon said earlier, if you have a really good squad, you could really put a lot of different quarterbacks under center and win some games.
Sure, we're not looking at a really good squad.
Okay, hold on now. Now they picked up Deontay Foreman, who ran for 900 yards last year. And mind you, the Bears, obviously, their run game is irrelevant because Justin Fields is the only one that was toting that bitch. DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, and who's their tight end? Good old Robert Tonyan.
And Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet raw.
That's a pretty nice lineup. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Deontay Foreman at running back, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Claypool, Robert Tonyan at tight end. That's an offense that can win some games.
It could be.
Do you
but
want me?
I don't have
do
a
y'all
whole lot
want
of
me to
trust
tell
in
y'all why they're not winning
Claypool.
games? It's
Why is
not
that?
Because of the fucking Bears.
It's not because Justin Fields is a poor passer. It's not because they don't have a squad on the offense.
The Bears.
It's
They
because
suck.
last season they allowed the most points, and they allowed the 4th most amount of yards. Their defense is terrible.
4th most amount of yards.
Because here's the thing. I know we haven't talked about like rankings and defense in this road to Super Bowl thing, but for some reason I had a feeling because I was looking at this Chicago offense and I was like, "There's no way, bro. There's no way they're this fucking bad." And then I looked up this defense. These boys were, and rushing was the biggest problem because they were 2nd in yards allowed, 1st in rushing touchdowns allowed. They were only 15th in passing yards allowed and 20th in passing touchdowns allowed. But their rushing defense was invisible.
Well, their O-line sucks too.
I mean, they could not stop Frank Gore tomorrow. If Frank Gore put a uniform on, he could run for 100 yards and 2 tutties versus this rushing defense.
Frank's a dog.
It is ridiculous. But he's 45 and retired. He's like, come on, y'all know what I mean. Okay, any retired, fucking Herschel Walker could go in there with a new hip and fucking run for 100 yards. Y'all know what y'all get what I'm saying.
O.J. Simpson could go in there.
Right now.
Kills. All right.
Here's the thing. If Chicago's defense is this bad, I'm agree with y'all. They got 6 wins in them. But if their defense can pick up any type of slack, it's an interesting team.
Maybe.
It's an interesting team.
Why? And it is a weird division right now.
But here's why it's not so weird, because we're about to talk about the winners of the NFC North.
Yep.
And a team that's probably going to win the NFC North again.
Yep.
Maybe.
Definitely.
I don't know, bro.
Just because you got Jettis up your balls doesn't mean that they can put together another decent season.
I mean, all right, here's the thing. Minnesota, obviously it's time for a new running back to step up. That'll be interesting. We'll see. And yes, the Madison, he probably will be the running back one. He will be the one to step up. Obviously they got Jettas. They got Hawkinson. They picked up Josh Oliver. They got Jalen Rieger. They got a little bit of a lineup. To be honest with you, besides Justin Jefferson,
You take Justin Jefferson out and you put in another decent receiver, they have a worse receiving core than the Bears.
that is true, but at the same time, if you take out Justin Jefferson, okay, here's my thing. If you take out the best receiver from both these lineups, I think the Bears have a better set of weapons.
Yeah.
But I do think Justin Jefferson overall is going to overrule the who has a better lineup because
Sure.
DJ Moore is great, and DJ Moore is going to make a lot of opportunities happen for Mooney and Claypool. But Justin Jefferson is going to make a lot of opportunities for Hawkinson and Jalen Rieger and Josh Oliver and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Can Kirk still ball? That's another question. Is Kirk still going to be able to ball? Kirk still going to be able to put up numbers? Is he still going to do that? I think so. I have a little bit of faith in him, a little bit of Christian faith in Kirk.
But you really think that they're going to improve from that? Like, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but when they were off to that crazy hot start or whatever, the majority of their games that they won were one-score games. I can see that going the other way this season and them being a 8 or 9 win team.
See,
but they could also be a 13 win team.
Here's the thing, though. I don't really like that argument because we're like knocking a team for winning a close game.
No,
Like,
I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them. But there were also, like, I mean, the Lions for years, they had decent teams, but they lost a lot of fucking close games.
Yeah.
And it stopped them from being a wild card team a shit ton of years. I think the Lions have a decent team where they can make a run. Honestly, the Packers could finish 3rd or 4th in this fucking division. But I mean, Minnesota is not a powerhouse. Like, they lost the Giants in the playoffs last year. Like, they're not.
The Giants aren't terrible. They're not terrible.
Like the Vikings aren't a scary team. They're not a fully balanced scary team. Yes, they have a decent defense, but they're not.
And their defense has something. Marcus Davenport. They got John Bullard over there. Shout out to the Gators. Daniel Hunter's still there. Harrison Smith returning. Byron Murphy. They lost to Darius Smith.
Do they still have Hendricks?
For some reason.
Or Kendricks?
Eric Kendricks? I don't remember. Because I definitely would have wrote his name down. Where is he? Is a Charger.
No shit.
He's a Charger. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting to talk about as well. So when we get to the AFC West, that'll be interesting. But I do think we're talking about one team that can potentially win the NFC North, and the Bears.
Dude, this division could go anywhere.
I think there's obvious. I mean, obviously you can say this about anyone, but there are multiple teams with actual potential to win this division.
And none of them are the Packers. Sorry, Brandon.
One of them is the Packers.
I think the Packers, even with...
I think the Packers have a 25% chance.
Nah.
All right. But that will cap off the NFC North road to the Super Bowl. Hop back over to the AFC starting next week. We do have trivia. Let me explain y'all the rules. I got 6 questions, 6 prompts for y'all. There's 5 answers.
Prompts.
There's 5 answers for each. They're all good. They're all, the highest answer to the 5th highest answer. You get 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, depending on your answer. If you get the number 1 answer, you get 5. Kind of like Family Feud style.
Sure.
Y'all are gonna go back and forth, take turns. You get 3 strikes per question. It'll make sense to y'all once we get this going. I'm thinking of a number between 1, and this is decide who goes first. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Brandon, you guess first.
24.
No, 1 and 10.
7.
4.
It was 3. Devan, do you want to go first or defer to Brandon?
I'll differ.
All right, Brandon, you're the first
I'll
person. No, all right. So, Brandon, the first question.
I'm just joking, Con. Just joking.
Are you ready? The
Come
first
on.
question we got today. It's an easy warm-up one. We got the 5 running backs with the most rushing yards in NFL history.
Hold on. So
Don't know.
So it's one answer at a time, correct?
Y'all are gonna go back and forth answering until you either clear the board or y'all both get 3 strikes.
All right. So Brandon, you get the first guess.
You get the first guess, Brandon. Running backs with the most yards. First guess.
Emmitt Smith.
And there you go. Brandon with 5 points on the board. Emmitt Smith, 18,355 yards. The number one answer. Devin.
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton is the second highest rushing rusher with 16,726. Brandon.
Cuz I want to say his name because I think he did something like his last season, but I'm afraid to. I got 2 people on my mind. Fuck, bro. I'm gonna go with Frank Gore.
Frank Gore is the third highest answer.
I knew he was gonna say Frank Gore.
16.
Bro, there's another one in my head too. I'm just gonna put that one next.
16,000 flat. All right,
I wanna
Devin.
say-
This is tough now. This is most rushing yards from a running back.
career-wise.
In NFL history.
And we get 3 strikes.
3 strikes. Neither of y'all have a strike yet.
So wait. The strikes work like if I get it wrong, it goes to Devin.
If you get it wrong, you get a strike, and then it's Devin's turn. If he gets it
Okay,
wrong,
so I
he gets
don't get a strike and then get to guess again. Like I don't get to try to get all 3 strikes.
No. So it just keeps going back and forth. Come on, Devin. We're gonna have to start putting a time limit on this shit.
No, I know. AP.
Adrian Peterson with the fifth highest rusher, 14,418. One more answer on the board. Brandon, your guess.
I don't fucking know. Falk.
You said who was your
Falk?
guess?
Marshall.
First X for Brandon. Marshall Falk is not on the board.
Cuz what? I got another one now.
One more answer.
LT.
One strike for Devin. LT is not on the board.
That's a terrible guess. He didn't play for that long.
CD?
That's another strike for you, Brandon.
Who'd he say?
Terrell Davis.
Oh, fuck no.
Bro, what you speaking? Fuck no, that man went crazy in the late 90s. What are you talking
about? For 3 years.
It was a good guess. It wasn't a bad guess.
Is it Barry?
Barry Sanders is the answer. Fourth highest.
Long enough.
15.
He played, 10 or 11 years?
15,269. 15,269 yards for Barry.
Bro, I thought he played like 8 or 9 seasons.
I think he played 10.
I want to say 9. I want to say he played 9 years.
I thought it was 10.
But that wraps up the first round.
What's the points?
The points. So here we go. For the points, Brandon, you have 8 points right now.
Devin has 7.
You have 7 points right now. So 7 points for Devin, 8 points for Brandon.
I got more of them right.
Going on to the next question.
You got 4, 2, 1. I got 5 and 3, cut.
In 2023, I need to know the top 5 players who had the most assists per game.
In the NBA. Oh.
And the first person to guess is Brandon because Devin went last.
I picked first last time.
But Devin went last, so now it's your turn.
We can't do the number game again since it's a new question?
No, we're just going on.
It's a carryover system.
Do you not want the first guess?
I'm going to go Trae Young.
Trae Young with the second highest average or assist per game with 10.2.
Who the fuck would be higher than that?
That's what I'm thinking. All right, I got one in my head.
Is Jokic on there?
Jokic is the third highest assist per game leader with 9.8. 3 left. Brandon's guess. You got 1, 4, and 5 still available.
Man. That's why I hate trivia, bro. Because now I'm trying to go through all the teams, and I can't think of anybody right now. Dude, Braun, he has to be up there like top 10.
LeBron is not on the list.
I'm about to say I don't know if he would be top 5.
Do we have a guess, Devin?
Chris Paul?
Chris Paul, 4th highest assist per game with 8.9. Chris fucking Paul.
Answer that so fast, bro. Because now I got to try to. I was trying to think, bro. God,
number 1 and number 5 still available.
God.
Is it Brandon's?
Bro, I'm gonna take a strike. I'm gonna take my second strike. I'm gonna pass it.
Brandon's taking the strike. Devin, do you have a guess?
Oh no!
Okay, no. If
Fuck.
you have
No.
God, it just popped in my fucking head, bro.
Are we rolling?
He forfeited this. He
All
forfeited
right,
the
I know, man. I know,
strike.
but I just thought of somebody, bro.
All right,
God.
Devin.
I'm thinking.
Maybe he don't guess your guess.
Fuck you, bro. I know somebody now. Since he's thinking, let me go.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is not on the board.
Thank God.
I had no idea.
Whew. Thank you.
All right, Brandon.
Luka?
Luka is not on the board.
I thought Luka, and I was like, no way.
You got 2 more guesses. That's the 3rd strike for you, Brandon. 2 more guesses for Devin.
Bro, I need a laptop, bro. I need to look at rosters. I don't need to look at their stats. I need to look at rosters.
No, that's not the game.
No, that's not the game. Who? Who
is it?
Cares?
Fuck. Dame?
Dame is not on the list. You have 1 more guess.
Russ?
No. Number 5, the most assists per game, the 5th highest, Ja Morant with 8.1.
Really?
And the number 1 answer, assists per game
this is gonna
in
piss me off.
2023, James Harden.
No shit. Are you serious?
I did know that, bro.
I was thinking Sixers.
Said that shit recently.
I was never going to get that because I was thinking Sixers. I was like, there's nobody.
So, Brandon, you're the first guest on this next one. So, y'all don't have to get too specific on this. Y'all basically just have to give me the game. But these are the top 5 viewed NFL regular season games from last year.
What's the points at?
Oh, the points. Oh, so this round, Brandon, you got 4 points. Devin, you got 5 points.
So we're tied.
So it is a tie right now.
So again, the most viewed regular season football games?
Yep. Brandon, first guess. I just need a team versus a team. I don't need a week.
Like, are we going based off of like the game's views or like the views they got even after the game?
Like how many people were watching the game when it was being played? Just think.
I mean,
just because regular season.
Just because of the potential of like the playoffs at that moment, like, you know, this team had to win to get a bye week. This team was trying to stop. I'm gonna say the Cincy and Buffalo game.
Damn, I was gonna say that.
That is not on the list.
Oh.
All right, y'all. I'm done with this shit.
That was a good guess, though. That was a good guess, but that is not on top 5 most viewed.
Cincinnati, Kansas City.
That's always
no. That is not.
Did they even play in the regular season?
That is not on there either.
No hints.
Yeah, I mean these aren't hints, but I'm just telling both y'all, like, you know, just what are big regular season games? What type of games are big regular season games?
usually rivalries, but ain't none of the rivalries that good right now. The rivalries just been ass smackings the past couple seasons.
Maybe there's certain days people are watching football more than other days.
Yeah, usually like on Monday. I know it wasn't no Thursday because people were getting tired of the damn Broncos games.
Yeah.
But I know Broncos had to be one of them. I don't know, bro.
You taking the X?
Yeah, bro.
All right, Devin.
Trying to figure out who the fuck played on Thanksgiving.
No cheating. No cheating. Bruh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Come on, man. I don't got this access like this, bro. I can't look up like
He's
if I
not
could look
look.
up
Devin. Devin ain't
Bro,
looking. Devin ain't.
I told you
He's not
I didn't need
He's not looking anything up.
He's looking up the schedule
No,
on
he's
Thanksgiving.
not. He's not looking any. I can see him. He's not looking anything up.
Oh, I
what?
thought he was looking shit up on the computer, like what the schedule was and shit.
No.
Why would I be looking
it's
up what the
trivia.
schedule is, bro? This is a trivia game.
Bro, I heard a little typing over there, bro.
Devin didn't even cheat when we weren't looking at each other. Well, I guess we were FaceTiming,
exactly.
but
Well, no, when we weren't like
that you
recording.
know of,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, but
that you
Why
know.
the fuck would I cheat when I'm playing against Shane? That shit was easy.
That is, bro.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Dallas Cowboys versus Philly, number 4, is the answer. I will say, was not our Thanksgiving game.
No, I didn't think it was. But it, yeah. Packers, Vikings.
Packers Vikings is not on the board.
Damn.
They don't make that national cup. I could have watched that game.
Are we dumb or are we dumb?
Bro, how are we supposed to remember shit that happened months ago? Regular season ended like half a year ago.
I mean, I don't know.
Cowboys, Giants.
Cowboys Giants Thanksgiving
That's
Day.
good.
Number
Good one.
1 answer.
That's a good one.
42 million views.
I'm trying to look at like big market teams now. Shit. Cowboys might be in a lot of these. Giants might be in a few of these. Giants, Eagles.
That is your third X, Devin. The 5th highest viewed game, Dallas versus Minnesota. The 3rd highest viewed game, Dallas versus Green Bay. And the second highest, viewed game, another Thanksgiving game, Bills Lions. So the top
No one
two,
wants that shit. That shit was just on.
The top 2 answers were Thanksgiving games, which I thought y'all both would have assumed the Thanksgiving games would be because those are always the games that.
Well, I
bro,
usually it's like
the Cowboys against the Redskins and the Lions and they changed them all up.
Hey. But we do have the 4th question, excuse me. Brandon going first. We got the point guards with the best field goal percentage from 2023. The top 5 point guards with the best field goal percentage from 2023.
Dame
is not on the list.
I had a feeling because he was a scoring leader.
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry is not on the list.
No ball. What?
Look, bro. It's gonna be people that don't shoot as much. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is not on the list.
Now who the fuck is
it?
People who don't shoot as much, bro.
Kyrie.
There you go.
Kyrie is the 5th highest answer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
49.4%.
What crazy? He played 60 games this season too.
Ja Morant.
Yeah, that was my second.
Ja Morant is not on the board.
Thank God. Point guard.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Bro,
7, 6.
Russ.
Russ is not on the board. Devin,
Bro,
you're
I
fine.
just go with people who weren't shooting as much.
Devin, you got 2 strikes.
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
3-point guards on the board.
Halliburton.
He is not on the board.
Bro.
Number 4 is Luka with 49.6.
Luke, ain't no way Luke is listed as a point guard.
Number 3 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 51%.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Shaq.
And
Bro,
the number 1 answer,
thought he shot too much.
Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, you see, he didn't shoot as much.
What are we
bro.
doing?
51.4%.
Yeah, he didn't shoot as. Like, if you look
but-
at his tips, like he's probably like super down there, bro.
We do have the 5th question, a little easier.
What is the score?
Right now, Devin, you are up by 3 points.
That's it.
Yep, just 3 points.
But I thought he was beating me by like.
See, that's what
eight.
Shane would always do when we would do trivias and shit.
Or 5 points. Well, because it was 7, 7, 5, 7, 1. So 20 points for Devin, 16 points for you, Brandon. So 4 points.
I was about to say that 4 points.
All right,
Yeah.
4-point game. Going into the 5th question, we got the top 5 passing yard leaders from 2023. Starting with Brandon.
Bro.
The number
I gotta get the first X. Wait, you say the passing yards lead, like the
top
passing
5,
yards?
the top 5 quarterbacks in passing yards in 2023 from last season. Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 answer.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is not on the board.
What the absolute fuckery?
Joey B.
Joe Burrow is the 5th highest answer with 4,475 yards.
What the ball sack are we talking about here?
Come on.
Am I dumb or stupid?
Quarterbacks, most passing yards. What do we got? 1 strike for Devin.
Herbert?
What?
Herbo?
2nd highest answer, Justin Herbert, 4,739 yards.
That's what I was about to go with.
All right, number 4 and number 3 still available.
Geno.
Geno Smith is not on the board.
Oh no, I don't know why I didn't pick him. Hold on. Devin.
We got number 3 and number 4 available. What are we thinking? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kirk Cousins is the 4th highest answer on the board. 4,547 answers. One more on the board. What is your guess, Brandon?
That's what I was about to say. Shit. From last season. What number is it? 3?
3.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is not.
I know
the
I know
answer.
he's not. I just. I'm thinking. Come on. It's too.
What are we thinking, Devin?
I'm gonna say my other guy.
TB12.
Tom Brady is the answer.
Old ass.
The 3rd most
Old
passing
ass.
yards in 2023 was Tom Brady with 4,694.
Damn, and that was a shitty season for him.
All right. 6th and final question. Brandon's going first.
Again? What the fuck?
We got the 5 teams with the most MVP winners. NFL.
History?
And NFL history, the most MVP winners. What teams have the most MVP winners? And these are most MVPs, not just MVP winners. Most times that a person on that team has gotten an MVP
most
award.
MVP awards when a player is on a team.
Yes. So it's not just if one player got multiple.
Can I go first?
No,
Yes.
Brandon. If Brandon will defer you to go first, that is fine.
Green Bay Packers.
That is the number one answer. The Green Bay Packers is the number one answer with 10 total MVPs on their team. Brandon, I don't know why you didn't go first.
Cause
you got 7 between Favre and fucking
A-Rod. I know, man.
A-Rod.
All right,
Thinking
Brandon.
like, I don't. Damn, man. How many did Tom Brady win when he was in fucking Patriots, bro? I'm gonna say maybe the Broncos.
The Broncos is the 5th highest answer, tied with the Patriots, Vikings, and Washington Redskins, all with 3 MVPs.
Cause
You forget about what's his name?
Yeah, I did.
Our running back, John Riggins.
Probably.
I think he's got an MVP in there.
I'm
I'm gonna say the San Francisco 49ers.
That's what I was gonna say.
That is the 3rd highest answer, with 5 total MVPs.
Miami.
Miami is not on the board.
But I figured, damn Marino would win a couple of them hoes. He won like 3.
We got 4.
I think he's got
4 and 2 still available.
Four and 2.
Yep. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Steelers.
Steelers are not on the board.
What?
Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowboys are not on the board.
Whoa.
Boy, Aikman, Rogers, Stobach, Emmitt Smith. What?
Aikman, I don't know if he ever won MVP.
I don't think so now. Damn, bro.
2 more guesses from Devin, 1 more guess from Brandon.
All right. Let me think recent MVPs. So you said 3 was the number 5 spot with 3?
No, 5.
They had 5.
San Francisco has 5 total MVPs.
No, sorry. The 5 spot, you said they had 3.
Yes.
Okay. So
Evan answer.
Eagles?
The Eagles are not on the board. 2 strikes for the both of y'all.
Dude, what am I even thinking right now? What the fuck did I just
We got number 4 and number 2 available. Teams with the most MVPs.
The Saints.
The Saints are not on the board. Final guess for Devin. Well, possibly.
If he gets this wrong, and it's not my other team, I want to see if it's my other team. Start saying them.
The Rams?
The Rams are the 4th highest answer, tied with Cleveland, with 4 MVPs.
Damn.
Well, Marshall's got.
And Brown was wrong as fuck.
No, he's got Opoids.
All right, Devin, you got 1 more on the board. Brandon's out of strikes. What is your guess?
Strike.
All right. The answer, with 9 total MVPs, are the Colts.
You know, I was gonna say that. I thought I said them already though.
Wasn't even close to thinking about the
Are
Colts.
the fucking Colts. All right, let me do this math and see who came out on top.
Evan, you don't have to do the math, man. I can tell you.
Let me make sure.
We want to see how big of a gap it was.
All right, the final score, 39-23. Devin is the winner of this trivia game. Honestly, took a big I mean, here's the thing. This is what's weird about this scoring system is like, there's some where, Devin, or Brandon got the highest answer for a couple, but then Devin got like, 2 and 4
Yeah.
or 2, 3, 4 or 2 and 5, shit like that. I will say that this was a test run. This was, a just wanted to feel it out, see how this was going to go. I do think this
Now,
will be what's up.
as much as like it gives you the opportunity to get back into a game.
That's another thing is like, we were
like everything's not 1 point. Like Brandon can rip off a crazy answer and
Brandon pulls off a 1 and 2. Next thing you know, he's got 9 points, and then what the fuck? But I will say, I kind of just threw these questions together, some NFL, some NBA, some interesting ones, some that'd make y'all think. I do think when the NFL season comes around and I can ask more relevant questions, it will be better. Week 7, or if we're in week 7, who ran for the most yards in week 7, what top 5 quarterbacks with the most fantasy points that week, shit like that, shit that we're already keeping up with. We take
it's
and
a
make
matter of remembering.
take it and make it trivia as well, because that's really when trivia was thriving, at least
Yes.
when it came to the sports section, was what was going on nowadays. But with that being said, we played Wordle Weddle, we talked NFL, we talked NBA, we talked off the record, we played a little bit of trivia, we talked road to the Super Bowl. I think it's time to get out of here. I do think it's time to get out of here. Brandon, Devin, any last words before we end this?
I'm gonna get my get back in trivia.
You sure about that, bud?
We will have another
You
round.
sure about that? That's why.
We will have another round of trivia next. We will
Yeah.
have another round of trivia next episode. I will make sure the questions are fun, are interesting, are not the hardest questions in the world, not the easiest questions in the world. Something in the middle that will maybe surprise y'all, maybe open your mind a little bit. Who knows? But with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. Make sure you stay tuned every Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back with a brand new episode on Tuesday to talk more NFL, more NBA, more off the record, more road to the Super Bowl, another round of trivia, more Word of Weddle, all that shit. With that being said, we will see y'all on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been Brandon. It has been real. We are out.
OJ 2024.